called in
to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash and tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. Nick, we did not get together last week.
That's my fault. I got real sick
Yeah, you did.
real quick.
And it's not fun doing this when you're sick. You know, I tried to get sick too.
Yeah.
I was down on Friday. I logged off work at one point and took like a 3-hour nap,
Yeah.
and then I was better.
Oh man, I wish. I coached Monday and then went to bowling.
Mhm.
Bowled one game and I was feeling like crap.
Yeah.
And my pitcher of beer in front of me, and I don't even know if I finished a full beer. I was like, man, I'm not feeling well. I told them, I was like, guys, I'm gonna go home. So I left.
Yep.
And then I fell asleep for about 30 out of 36 hours. Woke up. I couldn't put thoughts together. I couldn't think. It was just really weird. I had a match on Wednesday that I had to be at.
Yeah.
And I told the kids, I was like, guys, I'm here, but like I don't know what's going on. And then now I'm getting better. Like I don't know what just went through everything, but it was a tough sickness for me.
There's been a
So
lot of illness going around.
and it seems like a lot of people are getting it. So
So what do you say?
as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate you guys listening to us.
What are you drinking, my friend?
Sponsored by Break Room Therapy, a sparkling fuck ice. What about you?
I also have a sparkling fuck ice. Mine's watermelon. You
Hmm.
have cherry.
I do have cherry. I like cherry. Cherry's good.
This watermelon's very good. This might be my new favorite one. So lots of shit going on right now.
Yeah.
And I think we need to talk about it because we are a timely podcast.
When we're healthy.
Right. I have a former classmate. She graduated a year after me.
Yep.
That used to be a newspaper editor. I think she still does writing. I think she's freelance now.
Okay.
And lives in Minneapolis.
Oh, what a great spot to be.
Yeah, so I've been getting a lot of updates from her, and I kind of just wanted to go through some of those and highlight what the fuck is going on in this country that has seemed to lose its fucking way lately.
Yeah. And this one's really hard for me because of my stance on comparisons to, say, right, there's an amount of people that say, oh, this person's Hitler and this person's Hitler and this person's Hitler. And I'm like, look, mass genocide is not just because you don't like this policy doesn't make them that. Like you're completely off, and this just is hitting really hard for me.
Yeah, you're also very patriotic.
Very much.
I used to be,
Yeah.
and not so much anymore.
It's getting hard.
It is. So I'm going to read some of these updates.
Yeah, please do.
And you and I are going to talk about them. So Rachel Brougham, who I went to school with, on January 10th, she posted this. I've been thinking a lot the last couple days about how to articulate just how bad it is right now in Minneapolis. It's hard to come up with the right words to describe the terror we are all experiencing to those who aren't here, those of you who are watching from a distance, so I'm going to try to do my best. When you hear people say our neighborhoods are being terrorized by ICE and Border Patrol, we mean our neighborhoods are being terrorized. There's really no other word to describe it. As of today, January 10th, there are more ICE agents here than there are Minneapolis and St. Paul police combined. Think about that. They are everywhere you go. They're in parking lots, at grocery stores, hanging out on street corners, at public and school bus stops, at highway on and off ramps, in hospital lobbies. You can't go anywhere without seeing them. Armed to the teeth, ready to do God knows what, and to God knows who, for whatever reason. They do not appear to give a rip about anyone or anyone's safety. We've all watched our neighbors being dragged out of their places of work, out of their cars, out of their businesses. We've watched them get tackled while dropping their kids off at daycare and at school. And now we are watching ICE go door to door, knocking and dragging people out of their homes. If they open the door, please do not open the door. It doesn't matter if you're black or brown or white. It doesn't matter if you're an immigrant or you're an American. By now, you've seen the video of Renee Good being murdered. Have you seen the video of the two Target employees in Richfield, Minnesota, a ring suburb of Minneapolis, being dragged out by ICE? One of them yells, "I have my passport in my pocket." And the agent yells, "I don't care," and throws him in the back of a vehicle. On Wednesday, just hours after Jonathan Ross killed Renee Good, Border Patrol showed up at my son's school just as classes were letting out for the day. According to DHS, they were involved in a car chase that just happened to end in front of the high school, just a couple of miles from where Good was killed. Even after the suspect was apprehended, the agent still went on school grounds and tackled staff members and some students and sprayed a chemical irritant into the crowd, despite pleas from staff members to get off of school property. Why they did go on school grounds when the suspect was already in custody. Sorry, why did they? These are kids. This is a school. As a parent, I'm livid. As an American, I'm horrified. You should be too. What if these were your kids caught in the crosshairs? Minneapolis Public Schools canceled school for Thursday and Friday as a result. Starting Monday, many students will have the option of in-person or remote learning through February 12th. Why? Because so many students are scared to go to school because our neighborhoods are being terrorized by the federal government. Let that sink in. If your response is, well, don't break the law, you're missing the point. 99% of these people getting sprayed, getting dragged into vans, getting assaulted by federal agents haven't broken any laws. They are taking American citizens. So when I say we are being terrorized by our federal government, I mean we are being terrorized by our federal government. If your only two choices are to obey or to get shot and killed in the middle of the street, we do not live in a free country. It's interesting that all of those who love to talk about their right to bear arms and fight against a tyrannical government are now telling people to just comply. The state of Minnesota, Minneapolis especially, is under attack by the Trump administration. Trump, J.D. Vance, and Kristi Noem all called Renee Good a domestic terrorist just hours after she was killed, before any investigation had begun. But really, who is committing the domestic terrorism in these scenarios? The federal government is attacking Minneapolis. It appears no one is coming to save us. But what I do know is Minnesota and the people of Minneapolis, we look out for one another. We care about one another. And there's no place I'd rather be. Nick, we had a little insurrection on January 6th, 2021, right?
Yep.
And all I heard was those were very fine people. Very fine.
Not from me.
Not from you, but from this current administration.
Just, you know exactly where I stood on that.
Can you please articulate that?
Where I stood for the January 6th?
Yes.
So, my understanding of the military is to defend America against terrorist, foreign, and domestic.
Mm-hmm.
And right, what we had was people breaking into buildings. We had, into federal buildings and murdering people. And right, so my opinion is the military should have taken out any person that was a terrorist on that point, right? That's their job, is to protect us as citizens from those types of people. Instead, what we got was pardons, right? Everybody was pardoned from that. But no, I mean, they were actual terrorists terrorizing the properties. I mean, to me, it was no different than a plane going into a building or people going into it, right? The only difference is they didn't have a vehicle, right? And so they were out for harm, and that's something that should never happen. Doing something to somebody is an action that's taken. Now, I know that I'm going to go off your question, but I don't care where you stand in this, but from my viewpoint, this person that Miss Good was not whether she was a good person, bad person, whatever you want to view it as. There was no terrorist act that was happening.
Correct.
Right? There was nothing that was going on. Sure. Now, you can have your opinion whether she tried to run a human over or didn't try to run a human over. That's not what we're debating at this moment, right? Was her act an act of terrorism? My answer is no, right? It just blows my mind how and 3 shots to the head, just absolutely insane to me, right? I've been trying to get some updates and educate myself on, because right, public schools closed because of the fact, right? So the public schools had walkouts. I understand, right? And then schools closed because kids are afraid. You look at life and just say, we value children. We're trying to bring these people up. You know, I can go off into whole other tangents about that, but right, what we want to focus on is the fact that there is, I don't. Here it is. I don't believe that there's more ICE agents than there are normal population in the area. I think she might be a little overstepping there, but right, when they're on every corner, when they're on everything, and these people go in groups, it's just absolutely insane. 99, I will agree. Sure, there's 99% great in things that are happening. And if there's 1% out of that it's bad, why are we sending that much force for 1%? Right?
Well, you know the answer.
Of course I know. I know the answer.
That's the problem, is we know the answer.
Right.
Somebody's ego's bruised.
Oh yeah.
Why did he shoot that woman in the face 3 times? His ego was bruised. Because even after he killed her, he called her a fucking bitch.
Yep.
That's the reason he shot her. His ego was bruised. He felt like she belittled him, and his ego just couldn't handle that.
Somebody stop. I get so concerned, right? I mean, I'm having another child, and I'm supposed to raise them here in an area. Okay, so here's my daughter goes to a Spanish immersion school, right? So if they go into her school and hear everybody speaking Spanish, is my kid safe now?
That's a great question.
I mean, it just blows my mind. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. As an American, I believe in my rights. I really do. I believe that you have the right to bear arms. We've talked about that. We sure, could there be some more processes into allowing bearing arms and things? Yes, absolutely agree. Look, if I have enough weapons now to where if I want to go shooting, I just went through my ammo yesterday. I actually have a lot more than I think. Because I go clay pigeon shooting, right? Target shooting, things like that. And that's, I have that right. But if right now I wanted a semi-auto shotgun and it took me a week to get it, you know what I would look at my calendar and go, okay, do I have a week? Or if I knew that this is the law and I'm going to go out for my birthday in July this, I'm going to go buy it weeks beforehand, or now, like now, hey, I know I'm going to have this. I want it then. All right, great. I just filled the paperwork. It's going to come in a week. I don't really care, right? Like I don't need to have.
We have no problem waiting.
Oh, check my background, check everything about me. Do all you possibly can, right? Like, if the fact that I'm in therapy, right, stops me from getting something, I'd be like, all right, when I'm done, I'll reapply, right? And so it just, I don't know. There's things that are just weird to me about what's going on. What is your feelings about what's going on over there?
I'm horrified.
Yeah.
This is not the country I grew up to love.
Oh gosh.
It's turned into a police state. And if Trump is pissed off at you because you didn't vote for him or you said no to something he wants, then he's going to come after you. And that's basically what's going on here. He's attacking blue states and blue cities. He tried it with Chicago. It didn't work quite as well as he thought it would. He tried it with LA. It didn't work quite as well as he thought it would. Now he's trying it with Minneapolis. And somebody said to me at one point, why Minneapolis? I said, well, he's still pissed off about the George Floyd shit.
Oh, I figured Tim Walz.
Oh, it's
Right.
absolutely him.
I mean,
I mean,
right.
that's the number one
Mhm.
focus, but he's still pissed off about the George Floyd shit
No.
because he talks about how unlawful it is in Minneapolis. It's really not.
Yeah.
You can go and protest when your government's doing shit they shouldn't do. If you kneel on somebody's neck for 10 fucking minutes and kill them, yeah, people are going to protest about that. And here's the problem. When you start turning a protest, a peaceful protest, into something that is now people are in fear for their life, what's the alternative? The alternative is a non-peaceful protest.
Right.
And that's what's going to start happening is non-peaceful protests.
When I think I've said it to, I don't know if I've said it to you, and I've said it to my wife. That is exactly what is going to happen.
Yes.
Because we as Americans have family members who fought in the war against Germany
Mhm.
because they were getting rid of
Mhm.
people for who they are and what they are, right? And right, people are not going to continue to allow this to happen, right? I don't know how they're going to handle it. I just know that this is not going to be peaceful, right?
No.
My fear is a lot of lives are going to be lost on both sides, right? It's going to cause a civil war.
Well, you get these fucking cos patriots, right-wing asshole A2 people that are just itching for a civil war. Be careful what you wish for. It's not going to go the way you think it's going to go.
Right.
Because not everybody in the military is going to sit there and say, "Oh yeah, this is good. I'm just going to fight the people."
Well, that's the thing. It's the military is not even part of this. ICE isn't military.
No, they're not
right?
military
Like,
and they're not police.
I don't even know.
They're an agent of the government, but they're not police and they're not military.
But we're cutting we're cutting so much spending and everything, but somehow putting so much money towards this ICE
Mhm.
thing, it just blows my mind.
You know, the amount of money that could end hunger in the United States, we spend 3 times more than that on ICE right now.
Yeah.
Let that sink in for a minute.
Entry level for ICE makes 30 to 49,000.
With a $50,000 sign-on bonus.
Right. Um, you know, let's say G7 makes 48, mid-level 100,000, and it just goes on. It just blows my mind. I mean, the economy is so bad that the only job you can take is to go to that side.
So Rachel had shared this out from somebody that was trying to walk early morning in Minneapolis, it looks like yesterday. This one's a little lengthy too, but I'm going to read it. Documenting this immediately for a firsthand experience in case it happens again and I don't have an opportunity to tell it again. Early this morning, I was almost kidnapped by ICE. It was one of the most terrifying encounters I've had, and to be able to experience this firsthand has made me so angry about everything that they are doing here in Minnesota and complete empathy for those who have been kidnapped. I usually wake up at 6 a.m., and before I start the day, I go for a quick 1 mile walk around my neighborhood, specifically Pershing Park, listening to motivational podcasts and to get me inspired. My neighborhood is pretty quiet and everyone keeps to themselves. As I was turning the corner around the park, about 400 yards from my house, an unmarked vehicle pulls up ahead of me and parked to the side. I slowed down my pace and I saw someone step outside of the vehicle. The stranger asked me to come to him. At 6 a.m. in the morning, when there is no light out, and one unmarked vehicle and one person, this could have been anyone. He was in civilian clothes, or at least it seemed so in the dark. So I naturally ran away down a neighboring street. The vehicle followed me. As I was running down the street yelling for help and I was about to hit the main street, another vehicle pulls up around the corner and blocked me from running. It was ICE officers who stepped outside the unmarked vehicle. With Renee Good's tragic death at the top of my mind and how it could very well happen to me, I was pretty nervous. I answered the questions they asked of me. What was I doing? If I had ID on me, why was I running? And essentially told I should have been complying. In my head, all I was thinking was, please don't use excessive force against me, or worse, please don't shoot me. Luckily, I had my ID on me, not my passport, and they let me go. I would not wish this experience on anyone. It is real, it is terrifying, and it could happen in any neighborhood. I'm safe and good now, but yeah, that was not fun.
Right. Well, and that's what's your Fifth Amendment, right? The right to remain silent, right?
Why did I blank out on that?
Let's say,
I'm like, is this a trick question?
but these people are asking questions, and somehow we have to be the ones to answer. Like, no, sure, the Fifth Amendment is technically when you're um being accused of something. This isn't even accused of a crime, right? Why are you running? Fucking exercise, you stupid fuck, right? Like,
none of your fucking business.
right? I could be right.
I mean, you and I are pretty obstinate. We probably would have said none of your fucking business. Fuck off.
Absolutely, right? And
but of course, this is a woman's account too, and
is it?
Yeah, they're gonna fuck with women.
Yeah, of course. Easy target, right?
Absolutely.
They're gonna pick off the easy ones first, and I say, I don't. I just I don't understand how humans can't see that. How are you even working for ICE at this? Sure, I understand that, yes, we need some border patrol, we need things, right? Because I do believe that you should be coming in here legally. But do you know that once you cross the border, you can claim asylum from another country, and we're supposed to be that country that takes you in, so you're not getting killed in your country, right? Like,
well, again, these fucking assholes want to say America first. Why are we in Venezuela doing Venezuela things?
Oh my goodness.
There's no fucking America first with this fucking guy. It's him first. That's all he gives a shit about is him.
Right. I don't know. So it's fact check. Did Germany send troops to Greenland?
I don't know. You'd have to look that up.
European troops will arrive in Greenland to boost the Arctic island security, according to NPR, from what I'm reading 13 hours ago. So,
that's fucking terrifying.
The fact that we talk about it, so they think that it's going to happen. So now we have to have nations go help protect another thing, so that way they don't get taken over.
I'm gonna tell you right now, anybody in the military, if you fucking pick up your arms against Greenland, go fuck yourself. Just absolutely go fuck all the way off.
When have you ever in your life? I mean, Greenland is filled with ice, like, so that we assume there's oil underneath, and that's why we want it.
They have precious minerals there, precious metals.
Okay.
Again, they're not yours. Get the fuck out.
They sell it to us, right? I mean, just
he wants to meddle in everything because that's what he does. Ask me what's on my 3D printer right now.
What's on your 3D printer?
Printing whistles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ice whistles?
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. Something Rachel posted an hour ago. Hey, people outside of Minnesota, get a whistle and learn how to use it. Where it probably is an accessory, keep one in your bag, keep one in your car. This isn't stopping in Minneapolis and St. Paul. It will be in your city and town soon enough, if it isn't already. And I mean, I'm on Reddit a lot, and they'll post ICE sightings in the Grand Rapids area.
Very little, yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot, but they do happen.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm blowing a fucking whistle if I see that shit. I'm calling them the fuck out. Fuck them. I don't give a shit.
I was in Chicago a while back. I'm headed there again this weekend, so I'll give an update on it. But the amount of people, okay, it was weird to me, the amount of Mexican flags that were in Chicago. I mean, people were wrapping their hoods of their cars. These things were flying. And so I was like, so of course I was like, is there a festival going on? Like, what's? And somebody was like, no, like, they're protesting against ICE, and they're like, these people literally like swarm, right? They're like, no, fuck you, get out. Like, and every place needs to have this happen, right? Strength in numbers, the amount of people. Yes, they're gonna come with their stuff, but I say. I always say, right, numbers are going to speak, and if everybody's doing it, that's what we have to get to. And if you want to change, be the change. You know what, we say fuck. the mayor, right, of Minneapolis, came out and he's like, "Yep, I said fuck." I was like, okay.
Some people had a real issue.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
that's not professional.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Right. But still, even at this, like the mayor comes out and says, get the fuck out. Tim Walz, right? The governor says, get the fuck out, right? Like, we don't need your help. We don't want you. Look, if this state is willing to take the amount of supposed illegal immigrants that are there and they're funding them and they're doing their thing, and the governor itself, right, which is the head of that state, is fine with doing, like, okay, cool. He will get voted out because he's spending the people wrong. Like that's how things work, right? If the governor of Michigan says the exact same, right? If the governor of Arkansas says, hey, like, it just, that's how it has to work. I don't get it.
I mean, I get it because at this point, all they're doing is trying to consolidate as much power as possible. Somebody had said something to me the other day, and we were talking specifically about healthcare, and I'm like, listen, it works how it's supposed to work.
Sure.
This is how the owners of this country want it to work, and we're not the fucking owners. You can sit there and say that people have no fucking power because they keep us fighting each other all the fucking time. What they don't do, hey Jeff, what they don't do is get smart enough to fight the fucking people that they have their fucking boots on our neck. It's the rich people holding everybody down.
I'm gonna tangent time.
Tangent time.
So Jeff reached out to me for the umpteenth few times. He's dealing with where the place he rents.
Yeah.
They don't have any water. There's like no water pressure, and he's been dealing with this for a while. Sorry, and dealing with this for a while, and so I've been giving him, hey, this is what I would do, this is what I do, and finally, like, I was like, you know what? It's been way too long, because as a landlord, right, I try to hold other people to that same accountability aspect, and I said, look, I'm going to call some people. So I gave him a lawyer, and he's like, I'm scared. I don't want to get kicked out. And I was like, let me be clear about this, right? If they kick you out for something they have to fix, like the judge is going to have their ass. Like, you won't have to worry about paying rent for a long time at that point, right? And my other landlord buddies are like, yeah, that's exactly what they want, right? Like, but so then I called my local rental property owners association, and I got a hold of our lady that does the legislative stuff for us and all that, and she's like, hey, send me these information. I'm going to talk to the person that's in contact here. And so I literally, like, as a landlord, I'm helping a tenant get to the right thing, right? And so I have multiple other landlords that are like, yeah, we're going to get behind this, and so we're going to come out and say, hey, look, this is what needs to happen. These are the things that have to go on.
Just comment is CPS is going to investigate the trailer park as well now.
Great. That sucks. I say, but like, and to me, like his thing needs to happen is this needs to be on the news, right? They need to get this help. They sent he's been sending me some updates, and it was like, oh yeah, we haven't met the water pressure limit. It has supposed to be minimum of 20 or 40, I don't remember. And they're not even at that point. And this has been a month and a half. And so they're like, oh, we're hoping to have something fixed within 14 days. Okay, hoping, right? What's my favorite saying is shit in one hand and wish in the other. Let me know when it fills up first.
Right.
And but I'm sitting here going, okay, look, I'm telling them, hey, have everybody, not everybody's going to do it, right? But again, it takes all 40, 50 people affected by this. Put all your money into escrow. You're not paying them until this is fixed. I will pay you once this is fixed, but I'm not paying you until then, right? I'm not going to continue to make you that money because this isn't fixed. Now, mind you, okay, too many tenants want to do this day one. Okay, this isn't a day one thing. This is something that you do over a normal period of time. How long would it take you personally to figure out a water pressure issue?
Myself?
Well, like, so you have to call somebody?
So maybe 2-3 days.
2-3 days. Okay, so if you get a plumber, figure out their schedule. Okay, so 2-3 days. Then they come over and say, hey, the water pressure's not working. We have to do more. How long are you going to give them?
Couple more days.
Couple more days. So we're
maybe
at a week. Okay, so we're at a week. Now they come over, they fix it. It's still not working. What do you do?
I either call them back out or I call somebody else.
Okay, so we're right. So you would say at least 7 days to fix something at a normal rate that says, hey, and you see that they're making an attempt. You see that
Right.
they're trying, but like, hey, it's still not fixed. You said it was fixed so your plumber lied to you and said, "Oh, it's fixed. Everything should be good because they did this repair."
Right.
Okay, but it's not fixed. Okay, so now I'm not paying you, right? I'm not. I'm just not like you're not. I'm not paying you for water. I'm paying you for the use of my property, right? Like,
Right.
and so, yeah, it's very frustrating to sit here and watch this and deal with it. So,
Well, you've said a long time. If you want change, a lot of people have to come together, not just one or two.
absolutely,
And especially with the civil unrest we have here right now,
yeah.
that's what the problem is. Not enough people are standing up and saying, "No, this shit's not okay. Fuck this."
You know, here's okay. So back to ICE and all that.
Yeah.
So in Grand Rapids, police were caught. They were caught physically moving people out of the streets.
Mhm.
Did you see that?
I did.
So, and then did you see? Is it Pete Buttigieg? Buttigieg? Is that who our mayor is in Grand Rapids?
No, it's David LeGrand.
David LeGrand. Sorry. He came out, and did you see his statement by chance?
I did, but I didn't read all of it.
Well, so he did a TikTok. That's the only reason I know about it. But
Right.
he said, look, you have the right to peaceful protest. We want this. We have a law that states you cannot impede traffic, right? You can't be in the middle of the road stopping things, right? Especially in Grand Rapids where they're doing it. He said, look, there's 2 hospitals right there that people have to get life savings things have to happen. And so, yes, I understand. This person didn't die. This person didn't get killed. They just got physically moved, arrested, detained, whatever, for impeding traffic. Like, hey, if you are going to cause another person's life to pass because you won't allow them to the hospital, you're going to be removed for that, right? So you're stopping one life from having another life, right? And so, I Grand Rapids handled it. Sure, some people are going to say too physical, too whatever. No, like they handled it. They handled it in this way. No matter what your protest is, right? Again, no lives should be lost for any circumstance. There's people have opinions, right? But why are we losing lives over things?
Well, they want to justify the shooting of Renee Good. This ICE agent crossed in front of her vehicle.
Right.
Why?
To stop her.
Well, yeah, they wanted her out of the car. He also had his gun unholstered for no good reason. She was turning the car away from him. We can all see that. We have eyeballs. You can sit there and debate all you want that, she was trying to run him over. If she wanted to run him over, she could have run him the fuck over.
It was just done straight.
He would have gunned that fucking thing, not slowly turn the wheel and then, take her foot off the brake.
And then the worst part is there was a nurse, a medical professional of some sort.
Yeah, that wanted to get to her and administer first aid.
And they did not allow this.
Yeah, they denied access to her to try to save her life.
Which blew my mind, right? Like, I don't know. We're in weird times. We're in times that I just don't understand. And
it's bullshit is what it is. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
We're living through unprecedented times in this country because this is not how this country's supposed to be.
Right.
We want to run around saying, well, the reason that the Allied forces won World War II is because we finally jumped in. Now we're the bad guys. I mean, you can argue we've always been the bad guys,
right.
But now everybody thinks we're the bad guys. They're not fucking wrong.
Yeah. Well, and I don't. I'm a big World Cup soccer guy, and there's been videos going around about like how people are scared to even come here for World Cup, and I don't blame them in any
I wouldn't
way.
come.
And people are like, oh, the ticket prices are going down because they can't sell them, and the ticket prices are coming down because they were astronomical in the beginning, right? Guys, for anybody that doesn't understand anything about this, okay, so prelims, right? So just your normal round robin, like you're not even in match play finals, right? You're in. They were $1,500 a ticket.
Yeah.
Right. Like, okay, that's like going to watch
a regular season game.
The Detroit Lions play. I don't care.
The Tennessee Titans.
Something. Anybody, right?
On a Sunday at 1.
Right.
In October.
$1,500 for that one ticket, right? I mean, how much did you pay for Game 3 of the World Series? or not World Series, sorry, of
NL divisional series.
yeah, divisional series.
80 to $100.
Like, and these
That was an important game.
that was a game that, yes, this, no, this is like a regular season, one of the 160 something.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, sure, yeah, it's a bracket that is going to happen, but man, I just don't understand how we're at that. But that's why the prices are coming. Nobody's buying, and other countries, nobody's coming to support their country because they're scared, right? I mean,
Well, I saw a something on, I think it was TikTok, and they were talking about spending money in red states. I
yeah,
don't spend money in red states.
yeah.
I'm not vacationing in red states. You're not getting any of my fucking money. And there was somebody that's like, well, there are also, liberals that are in those states and you're hurting them too. That's not my fucking problem anymore. I'm looking out for, myself and my family and the people that I know are on the right side of this, which, if you come out and tell me you're MAGA or you come out and, say you're with ICE, then you're not welcome around me. You're just not.
I have a story about that.
Okay.
All right, so I know a kid who was dating another kid I knew, or another kid I knew's sister. So somebody was like, "Hey, how's the relationship going?" He's like, "Oh, she broke up with me." Yep, cool. That's fine. He goes, "Oh, this one's better." I tried reaching out to a girl and I was like, "Oh man." And he goes, "Yeah, so she blocked me because she asked me she for my political belief." And she goes, uh she asked me what my stance was on ICE, and I told her, yeah, jokingly or whatever, like I support it. And she just told me to fuck off and then blocked me. And I was like, and so I go, oh, okay, cool. And I just walked away. I just walked away. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm not going to be around you either, bud. Like, say you made this choice. Like, don't, no, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't support that. That's not a thing I'm for. And I just took off. I was like, yep, bye. I was like, I'm going to treat you the same way.
I printed out a sign. It's not a very big sign because I found it on Maker World.
Sure.
It said "ICE not welcome here." It's in the front window
There you go. Yeah.
because they're fucking not.
Yeah.
I had a dream the other night, and I woke up physically pissed off at my wife.
Oh, great.
So in my dream, she invited Mikey back into our life,
Oh man,
and Nick, the rage in me
so much.
was so much.
Yeah.
That in the dream, I beat the shit out of him and I told her, that we're going to have some fucking issues here. And I woke up and I didn't realize, I couldn't figure out if it was real or if it was a dream. And should I be pissed off at my wife?
Mm-hmm.
You know how you're in that,
yeah.
You're kind of conscious, but you're kind of not, and you're still kind of in it. And
Yeah.
And you just got to figure out, am I really mad at my wife right now? Do I need to wake her up and shake her or some shit and tell her, you need to get the fuck out of my house now, or I'm fucking leaving you. You're a piece of shit. I tell her about it in the morning, and she's like, yeah, I guarantee that didn't fucking happen. and then I call Benson, and I tell him about it, and he goes, yeah, your wife's not the one. I'm like, yeah, I realized that, but the dream was so real.
Do you want me to call him right now?
Benson or Walling?
Walling.
No, fuck it.
Fuck
that guy.
I got you.
Fuck that guy.
Sounds like you guys are back together, getting the old band back together.
Again, I got no use for those type of people in my fucking life. If you support that shit, fuck off. Dawn says this a lot. She heard a quote one day that said, if their presence doesn't bring you peace, their absence will.
Sure.
And that's where I am with all these fucking people. If you voted for this shit, then we don't need to talk. We're good. Thanks. Bye.
Do you ever answer those phone calls that are like, hey, for the next election, are you going to be voting for this?
All the time.
Do you answer? Do you actually like go through the answers?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay, me too.
Because I want them to know. Because I love the people that are like, well, I've never been polled. I've been polled for a lot of political shit.
Yeah,
a lot.
And say, well, one of I was on the phone doing this, and one of the questions was, all right, and what church do you guys attend or whatever? And I just started fucking laughing. My wife's like, oh, you're sitting there watching movies, and I was like, and so finally I explained it to her after, and she goes, oh, okay, I understand. But I was like, yeah, no, this isn't a thing. Well, and then so like they'd asked me a question about Tim Heising. Jeez, I'm crying. Bill Heisinger.
Yeah. My piece of shit representative.
Yeah, say, like, all right, so if he were to do this, how likely would you be to vote? And I was like, no. All right, and then
he's yours too, isn't he?
Yeah,
because you're in Ottawa County.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So like, all right, if he were to spend money on the schools and this and that. How likely would you be to vote for him? And I was like, I mean, yeah, I would. Yeah, that might change my vote, but he's not that guy, so I'm not voting for him, right? And they're like, well, would this specific situation allow you to vote for him? And I was like, sure, you can write me down for a maybe vote. Yes, I was like that situation. Yes, I would, but no, I mean,
There's nothing Heisinger could say that would make me vote for him.
dude,
Nothing,
no.
not a fucking thing.
Right. So it's just funny to me.
I don't give a shit what he has to say.
Right. He can
For
say,
one, I don't trust him.
right.
He's a liar.
Oh gosh, man, there's been videos of people like going to his office. Do you have an appointment? No. How do I get an? Or you have to make an appointment online. I can't. It won't.
Yeah.
Well, you have to? How do you get? Can I just make an appointment right now? No, you have to do it online. And it's like he is the epitome of what America's becoming for. Like, hey, how do I make a reservation? We have to do it online. Well, I can't get online. Well, how do I? Like I'm talking to you right now. Right? Can't you just do it the old school way and write it down? Well, no, that changes the flow of everything.
You've seen Parks and Rec.
Oh gosh, yes.
So the episode where Ron has 99 meetings in one day because April didn't realize that March had 31 days in it. So
Yeah.
she schedules every meeting for March 31st.
Yes.
That's Heisinger. He schedules every meeting for March 38th.
Yeah.
My boss asked me the other day, she's like, hey, we have to talk about this one thing. What day's good for you two? And I said, I'll be good on January 35th or February 31st, you know. And she just starts laughing. She's like, that's funny. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'll be available fine, whatever, but I'm not going to give you a date because no.
Right.
Just tell me when you need me and I'll show up.
Right. Let's say you have my schedule. You can just pull it up and go, hey, you're available. Like
Pretty much.
yeah. So no, Grand Rapids we already have. I went downtown last night, watched the Grand Rapids Rise women's volleyball, and there was people. I mean, it was fucking cold yesterday.
Mhm.
It's cold right now.
It is.
It's 21, but we have wind blowing. It is just atrocious for some reason in Michigan right now.
Bitter out.
It is so crazy. And but there's people on the corner holding up their signs and doing all this, and they're peaceful. I mean, they're just standing there. So, you know, I hope if it comes to Grand Rapids, these people continue to come out in droves.
I
I know Detroit won't put up with this shit.
no, they won't. Well,
No.
Chicago hasn't either.
Right.
It saddens me so much because this country had so much hope and promise, and literally in the last 10 years we've just shut that all out.
Yeah.
It's gone. There's no goodwill left. Nobody gives a fuck. Other countries don't like us. So I alluded to this with you on before we started to hit record. So a news reporter went on Grand Rapids Informed yesterday and said, hey, if there's anybody in the community that's an Iranian citizen, I'd like to talk to them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I can't offer anything. Do you know what's going on in Iran right now?
No.
Mass unrest. The economy's been terrible since 2008, but in December it really took a shit. So now, not only are the people oppressed, but they're broke. They have no fucking money, so they're out protesting. And in Iran, much like what's happening in Minneapolis, they'll just kill you. They don't give a shit,
Right.
because there are really no human rights there. So I talked to my dad about this a couple times because he had a cousin that went back to visit his grandparents.
Yeah.
And got detained and was thrown in jail for like several weeks.
Oh, jeez.
And they finally did let him out, but it was scary.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I have a buddy. It's kind of the same aspect. He's from India.
Mhm.
Him and his whole family went over there. He lives here.
Mhm.
Graduated from college in Detroit.
Mhm.
Lives here. Has a job working for. He's an engineer, of
Mhm.
course, right? And he went back to go visit family, and they are not allowing him back.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, why? Like he's been here. He has 2 kids.
Mhm.
His kids go to school. What's going on here, right?
Yeah.
It's insane what's going on.
Well, and I reached out to the reporter and I'm like, hey, listen, I was born in Chicago. I grew up in Southwest Michigan. I don't have a lot I can offer, but I am Persian.
Right.
And she's like, oh, I really want to talk to you. So she gave me a call today. And of course, Dawn reads this thing on Grand Rapids Informed like 30 minutes after I send the lady a message.
Sure.
And she goes, Oh, that's not gonna fucking work. Nobody's gonna want to talk to her. I went, okay. She goes, well, first off, what do you have to offer? I'm like, I don't think I have anything to offer. It's not like I know what the fuck's going on in Iran. I know the little bit of news information that's out there. And when I'm looking for information on what is going on in Iran, I'm looking at the BBC because I don't trust our news.
Sure.
I'm looking at, Al Jazeera because I don't trust our news.
Right.
And not that I overly trust Al Jazeera, but,
Closer.
Yeah, at least they're over there. They, might have some idea. So I talked to her today, and I basically, told her what I just relayed to you. My dad had a cousin go over there who got thrown in jail, and she asked if I still have family in Iran, and I said, well, there is a little bit. I don't really know. Most of them either live in Los Angeles or in Israel.
Sure.
Because, as you know, that side of the family is Jewish.
Right.
And Iran is not.
Yeah.
And it's been a shit show since Khomeini. It's not like it's been good there, in your lifetime.
Right.
It wasn't good there in my lifetime. And even the administration before that, when the Shah was in charge of Iran, I mean, he was all about himself and hoarding wealth.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was a more progressive time in Iran in the 70s, but it was easy to take over because he wasn't for the people. There were some people that were prosperous, but for the most part, he gave a shit about himself.
Right.
And, she's going to call me on Monday, I guess, and see if, I'm willing to talk on air, which, again, I don't have anything to offer.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for somebody that, has roots to Iran, yeah, that's fine. We can have a conversation. I don't give a fuck.
Sure.
And then I had a coworker go, oh, you're not fucking serious, are you? And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck do I care? Because, of course, yeah, they can come after me.
Well, of course.
I'm an anchor baby. I don't really give a shit. Fuck it. I don't care. Fuck you people.
Let's say. But, I mean, that's the last thing you want, though, right? I mean, I don't know. For you, it just puts you out in jeopardy into something. And so it's, yeah, I understand. Like, I get where Don's coming from. Nobody's going to do this because, hell, that means that you're here.
Yeah, now you put a target on your back.
Right.
And I was born in Chicago, motherfuckers.
Right.
I can have a target on my back. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Fuck y'all. My kid doesn't live with me anymore. And if I had to, not stay at home, I have other places I could go.
Right.
It seems I have a cabin up in Whiteley.
Say you have a cabin. Say. Bunker down, you'd be with all those rednecks.
There you go. And so we were talking about leaving the country and stuff the other day.
Yeah.
Because my boss brought this up because she's going to England in the spring.
Good luck.
And I'm like, I can't leave the country. And she's like, yeah, but you look white enough. And we've had that talk with Jessie DeSilva, the Millennial Money Witch. Her and I are both white passing because we just are.
Right.
I went to school in Plainwell, and my mom's white, and I lived in an all white household, and everybody just assumed I was just white. I remember having a conversation with a teammate of mine once, and he said something about effing Arabs. Okay. And I went, I'm from that part of the world. And he goes, no, you ain't. You ready, Nick?
Yeah.
You Mexican.
Hey, bro.
I said, no, my father was born in Iran. It's not like it insulted me or anything,
right.
But I remember, I had that conversation with my cousins when I went out to visit in LA at one point, and they're like, you're not Arab. And I went, okay. They're like, you're Persian. We're not Arabs, we're Persian. And I'm like, okay. The distinction means nothing to me. It's lost on me because I was raised in a white household. You know what I am? I'm Polish. That's what I know about.
I see. I don't even know if you're that. Don't tell people you're Polish because you don't even eat pierogies.
I don't like food from any of my ethnic backgrounds.
Yeah.
I hate Persian food. I hate Polish food. I hate Irish food. I don't really like English food.
Let's say, and here I am eating it all, baby.
Again, I need to be Italian or Mexican. I love their foods. Give me those foods.
Right. Oh,
can we pivot for a minute? Because I want to talk about this.
Tangent time.
So we're getting a lot of good content out there on TikTok and on YouTube.
Yep.
And the one thing I fucking am getting really sick of is these assholes that come out there and make a comment about yours or my weight.
Yeah.
Listen, motherfuckers, we know we're fat guys.
Right.
You don't need to fucking tell us. You don't need to point it out. Okay. Yep. It angers me so much when I see it, and I just want to call them out for being shit bags.
Yeah.
I did do a video one day because somebody had commented at one point, and I went, I basically, in the comment that I made on the video was, hey, Nick didn't know. Thank you so much for telling him. Now at least he knows.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to be a dick with these comments because literally go fuck yourself. We know we're fat, okay?
Right.
It's not a surprise. I also know I'm an alcoholic. You don't need to fucking tell me. I also know I'm extremely fucking loud. So haven't talked about this yet.
Yeah.
Bears game on Saturday night. It was Saturday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a
game.
troop. Thank you. We had a troop for the Grand Rapids Gold.
Yep.
So the troop basically ended as the game was starting. So it's on in my year. And everybody wanted to go out for dinner and stuff. And my stipulation was we have to go someplace that has the game.
Sure.
Nick, these are not sports people that I troop with. There's like 2 or 3 that were there that actually gave a shit.
Sure.
And Dirk, who I love Dirk to death, goes, well, who are they playing? I said, well, they're playing the Packers. He goes, neither of those are local teams. Do you really think they're going to have it on in a bar?
Oh, geez.
And I went, yes, Dirk. If there's a TV in the bar, it will be on. I guarantee it.
Right.
So we go and we're watching. And of course, Brett and Jenny are there and they're both Lions fans.
Yep.
So I'm catching shit all night because the Bears look like dog shit until the 4th.
Right.
So I'm pretty quiet because, they're losing 21-3. What the fuck is there for me to do? They start to come back.
21-10.
I start to get a little louder each time.
Yeah.
When DJ Moore caught that touchdown pass to give him the lead,
yeah,
I was as loud as I ever am.
Let's say.
To the point my wife's apologizing to tables going, hey guys, I'm on break room therapy. Come in, I'll throw you some free glass. I'm really sorry he's obnoxious. And I'm like, am I really being that bad? And Christy later is like, you were really loud. I'm like, hey, I told you people, I needed to watch the game. That's what I gave a fuck about at that point. It was nice being with everybody and having dinner and shit, but I'm invested here.
Yeah. Have you seen the guy? Have you seen the guy in the airplane with the screaming kid?
No.
All right. So and this guy is me.
Yeah.
Because like screaming kid doesn't really bother me for some reason, right? I don't know. My wife just goes, oh, and you just tune it out. And I'm like, yep, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and especially when I know I'm going on a plane, like my ears hurt. Think about a little kid, right?
Yeah.
So this little baby is just screaming and doing whatever, and finally you hear some guy in the back just like screams back at this, and this guy just starts laughing, right? Because he's like, oh yeah, must have got under somebody's skin, but it's just like you're on a public plane. I mean, it's private, whatever, but like you didn't buy your own plane. You don't get to set your own rules. Like this is going to happen. Like, how do you not expect this to happen? Do you think that flights are only for adults that are going to be strictly doing business only and everybody's going to be quiet reading a fucking book? Like,
you know where I hate that they bring fucking babies?
Where?
The fucking movie theater.
Say the movie theater, yes.
We went and saw the Hulk that came out in like 2003.
Yeah.
And this lady behind us had her fucking baby.
Yeah.
And of course, Bruce Banner turns into the Hulk, and what does this fucking kid do? Start screaming because it's scared shitless. Well, of course, it's a fucking baby. Why are you at the Hulk with your baby? And of course, Dawn said something, and they're like, well, we couldn't find a sitter. And Dawn goes, that's not my fucking fault. I paid to see this movie, not listen to your kids scream because they're terrified. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Did they leave?
Yeah. She goes, I hope you're happy now. And Dawn goes, I am.
I am, thanks. Yeah, there's a place for that. But like, if you know your kid can't keep quiet, then why the heck are you bringing them to a place that you're supposed to be quiet?
Well, and do they really? They don't give a shit about the fucking Hulk when they're a baby.
No, gosh, no. And that's the fun stuff for me. But like, where it's an area where you're known, we were bowling this past weekend, and bowling. If you've never watched competitive bowling, it's actually quite loud. It's just like softball. In the sense of like, right, you have cheering constantly. You have all this. And so I didn't actually realize what was happening. So the tournament director was talking to my assistant coach, and the assistant, so all of a sudden he points at me, and so I look at the tournament director and I go, what? And he like is kind of like startled because this guy's 5'6" and I'm 6'1", just and I was like, what? And he's like, oh, there was a complaint that your team was being too loud. And I was like, I stepped back, I looked, And I go, is it because you're right here? And he's like, it's fine. And then he's like, oh, well, these parents have to move and the kids. And I was like, okay. I was like,
It's a sport.
you want me to move them? Right? Like, you're the tournament director. You can, hey guys, this is for the bowlers. This is for the coaches. This is because the parents, they came in, they took my seat or whatever because I'm standing in the back because I like to watch the shots and do whatever. And I was just like, okay. So then I go up to the two parents. I'm like, hey guys, sorry. Like, I know it's frustrating. Can I just have you move? I'm gonna keep the older people here, right? And no, then the older people had to go. I'm just like, okay. In our meeting, you said if they're geriatric age, let them sit there. That's what the seat. It was like now all of a sudden it changes because it's my team, right? And I'm wow. And I'm not letting my kids know what's happening. I'm just like, hey, I have one kid who, yeah, DJ double strike, boom, chicka, boom, boom, really loud kid, just like I was.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, buddy, we're gonna just do the yeah, boom, baby, right? Keep it to one word, keep it to one big outburst, just like everybody else got. But like, I won't tell you the team or whatever, but like, there's a team. We just bowled them. We bowled one team yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's a spare shooter. Oh yeah.
That's okay.
And every shot, and then the other girl. All right, Amy, it's your turn. Go give us a strike. Every fucking shot they have a fucking chance, right? Like, or one team picks up a spare. Oh, Reese's Puffs. Eat them up, eat them up, eat them up, eat them up. But yet my fucking boom is too much.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no. Don't worry. We ended up winning the fucking tournament.
Yeah, I can see that. Today. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It blows my mind because again, when you're good, people want to figure out a way to calm, right? You do it all the time. I mean, it just blows my mind. But
so let's talk about teams and good for a minute.
Yeah.
So the last time Aaron Rodgers played in a Packers uniform against the Bears at Soldier Field.
Yep.
He scored a touchdown, ran in the end zone, and said, "I still fucking own you."
Yeah.
Did you hear me piss and moan?
No.
I don't like it, but I don't like it not because he said it. I don't like it because it was fucking true. He terrorized my team for many, many years.
Yep.
Now, Packer fans are all butthurt because after the game in the locker room, Ben Johnson said, "I fucking hate the Packers. I fucking hate those guys."
Yeah.
You got a problem with that?
No, it's rivalry.
I mean, it's sports, right?
Absolutely.
You say that shit.
Yeah.
Especially in the locker room.
I love one of the other coaches that we go against.
Mm-hmm.
I hate them. I hated them since I bowled against them, right? Like, we have a rivalry. It's
right.
It's let's say puzzle time. It's us versus them. It's always been that. It's the same as okay. Do Michigan fans like Ohio State?
No.
Fuck. I hate those guys. Do Michigan State fans like Michigan? No. Fuck those guys. I hate those guys. That's how, like, it just blows my mind how this is supposed to be. Your coach is supposed to be. You know what? It's really sad they lost. I really like those guys.
I'm probably going to piss some people off. I look at Packer fans the same as MAGA. They can dish it out, but they can't take it.
It's true. I have a cousin who's a Packers fan, and we go back and forth a little bit, give him shit. But we're just like you and me, right? Cordial in a sense. But I still give him, I'm like, man, I don't know how you're a Packers fan.
Osborne's a Packer fan. You know what I heard from him during the game? Nothing.
Right. Good game.
When the Bears and Lions played, did we text each other about the game?
No.
If we do, it's God, my team sucks.
Right?
It's never, hey, my team's up, you suck, fuck you.
No,
it's never that.
I might text you and say, hey, your team's looking like absolute shit.
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. And then, or, hey, that was a great catch by your guy.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
We never gloat.
No.
Because we know how it feels when your team sucks.
Right.
I don't need you to gloat over me when your team's doing good and mine's doing shitty.
Right.
Like Jenny is still so pissed that Ben Johnson left.
Yeah.
Like, she wanted both teams to lose on Saturday, but the Bears to lose more because Ben Johnson left, and he should have just stayed the Lions offensive coordinator.
Should have.
That's not how fucking life works.
Right.
You leave for better jobs.
Just-
That's what you fucking do.
Nah, it wasn't a better job. It was more money.
No, it's a better job. I mean, he was an offensive coordinator, and I was the head coach.
Right. So
I mean, when I was at Godwin all those years, people would ask me, especially when Chris left, they're like, well, how did the girls take it? They were crushed. They absolutely fucking hated it.
Mhm.
But I could explain it because he took a better job.
Right.
He's no longer the Godwin hitting coach. He's the head coach at Coopersville.
I did my job to train to teach him to be ready for the next thing. Like,
and
you want nothing but that, right?
well, and people would ask me, they're like, why aren't you leaving? And I'm like, I can't go get a different head coaching job because what do I tell these kids that I've been preaching to for 8 fucking years that we're family?
Right.
Sorry, I went and found a better family.
Right. Well, it's a, if it happens and my daughter decides to bowl in the next little bit and she wants to bowl in high school, yeah, there's a chance I'll take a rivalry job, right?
Yeah.
Because, and they'll look and go, why? And I'm going to go, well,
that's my kid.
I can coach you guys, or I can spend time with my kid, which is what this is all about, right? And the kids are going to go, that sucks. And the school's going to go, that sucks. But we understand, right? I mean, you have to get it. Like, yes, I will go from head coach to head coach, right?
Yeah.
Like, it just blows my mind.
Some people they're competitive. I get it.
Yep.
But you also have to have a sane look on the thing too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I fully expect the Bears are going to lose Al Harris after the season. He's their defensive backs coach right now. He's going to get a defensive coordinator job somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to root for him unless he joins the Packers. And
it's so weird.
If he does join the Packers, I'm just going to ignore him like he doesn't fucking exist. I'm not going to root against him.
Right.
I'm going to root against him when the Bears play the Packers. You know?
No, I don't know. It's just weird, but
people are nuts.
Oh, it blows my mind. So, anything else on the ice?
People protect yourselves. I mean, my pistol's always in the middle of my car.
Right.
It just always is. I hope I never have to use it.
I don't carry. I mean, but that's the problem. Is it's becoming that in life, right?
It really is. I mean, I've told Dawn I need to go buy an AR, and she's like, "Why? You don't need that." I might.
Right.
I don't trust other people.
No.
And I've had people when they find out where I live, they're like, "Oh my God, you live in Byron Center?" Yeah. How? I know you. Right.
Right.
So does fucking neighborhood. They know that guy's a lunatic. Don't go over there.
Right. So, but that's the problem is you're liberal, so they look at you as a lunatic.
Yeah, I'm a lunatic.
And you look at all of them and go, you're all lunatics, right?
Uh-huh.
Like it's a house completely divided. It's a community completely divided, I live in Ottawa County, and so there's, I don't know. I think the Democrat side of people, they're a lot, but there's a lot that needs to be changed. And they to me, they just go about it a little different. And then the problem is if there's 100,000 of them, only 100 of them are actually doing work, right?
Yeah.
And so it's the other one. Yeah, sure, your votes work, and I get that, and I appreciate that. But if you want change, you got to go be part of it.
Yeah, if you're not actively working for it, then you're not doing shit.
Right. So, shout out to Mike Van Somert for sharing our videos and trying to help us get out there.
How much did you love the fact that he favorited that video where we were talking about how you thought it might not work?
Yeah.
And then it totally fucking worked?
Yeah, that's it. It was great. It's a great conversation. He's, one state over, right? I mean, so it'd be crazy to see what they're dealing with over there. And
well, and you've said this before, you don't want to be a political podcast. And I will pull the politics in every now and then when I think it's warranted.
Yeah.
I think this time it was warranted.
Oh,
but I also don't want to be a political podcast. I sent you a statement today of somebody, that was trying to figure out when do I take Social Security because I'm turning 62 and should I take it now or should I wait? And I think that's a great episode that you and I should discuss because
absolutely.
I have definitive thoughts on that.
Yeah. Jeff sent me an episode. There was something on Facebook about somebody that's working 40 hours a week for $15 an hour can get approved for a house, but somebody that's working 20 hours a week at $30 an hour can't get approved.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's not full-time employment. And so that's something to talk about. And so we have a couple episodes that we're hoping to do. We got a couple people that we have to reach out to.
We have to get some more Pops and Pennies ideas. We should actually ask Jordan to ask his nieces because he's got like 18 nieces.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
All his one sister.
So, hey, that's all right. But,
what do you got to say?
So as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate you guys listening to us. Starburst, sparkling fuck ice. It was cherry. It was good. Thank you so much.
We'll be back again hopefully next week, guys. Until then, please stay safe. If you have ideas for shows, reach out to us. Let us know. We're always looking for great content ideas. If you want to come out and talk about your own finances, we're great with that too. So hopefully we'll be back with a really fun episode next week, and maybe it'll be a little less a downer like today's was. Yeah. But especially for our listeners in Minnesota, please stay strong and stay safe.
You've dialed in
to Box and Brews. You might hear something
you can use,
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to use
the smarts of these stuff,
because they know the brews,
and they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
beer money, bucks,
and brews.
Bucks and
bucks,
brews.
And brews.
Bucks and brews.